Are you kidding me right now? Did we just witness the complete disrespect and absolute destruction of the most dominant force in WWE history? Because what just went down backstage is not just an attack, this is a declaration of war that's going to change everything we thought we knew about WWE's power structure. And if you think Brock Lesnar is going to let this slide, you clearly haven't been paying attention for the last 2 decades. Let me paint the picture for you. Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, 2 absolute monsters in their own right, just ambushed the Beast Incarnate like he was some rookie fresh out of developmental. We're talking about Brock Lesnar here, people. The man who ended The Undertaker's streak. The man who made John Cena look like a jobber. The man who suplexed his way through the entire roster like they were training dummies. And these two had the audacity, the sheer unmitigated gall, to jump him from behind like a couple of cowards. Now before you start typing in the comments, let me address the elephant in the room. Yes, it took 2 of them to take down Brock. And you know what? That's still not enough of an excuse for what we just witnessed. Because this isn't about whether they could beat him in a fair fight, this is about sending a message. This is about young blood trying to prove they belong at the top of the mountain by taking out the king. Here's where it gets really interesting, and I need you to pay close attention because this changes everything. Bronson Reed has been on an absolute tear lately, obliterating everyone in his path with those devastating tsunamis. The man is a wrecking ball wrapped in human flesh, and Bron Breakker? Don't even get me started. This second-generation superstar has the pedigree, the power, and the pure violence that reminds us of his legendary family. Putting these two together is like mixing gasoline with napalm. You're not just getting fire, you're getting a quick question for the comment section. Who do you think orchestrated this attack? Drop your theories below, but let's talk about what really happened in that hallway. According to multiple sources backstage, Brock was heading to his locker room after what should have been a routine meeting with management. Out of nowhere, and I mean absolutely nowhere, Bronson Reed comes charging like a freight train. Before Brock could even turn around, Reed crushed him against the concrete wall with a running splash that probably registered on the Richter scale. And just when you think it couldn't get worse, here comes Bron Breakker with a spear that would make his uncle Scott Steiner proud. We're talking about a spear so vicious that it sent Brock crashing through the catering table. Food went flying everywhere, bottles shattered, and the Beast Incarnate was down. When's the last time you saw Brock Lesnar laid out like that? Ah wait, but they didn't stop there. Oh no, that would be too merciful for these 2 psychopaths. Bronson Reed climbed on top of an equipment crate, and you know what's coming next. Tsunami. Right across Brock's ribs. The sound echoed through the entire arena. Grown men backstage were wincing. And Bron Breakker? He was standing there with this sick smile on his face, admiring their handiwork like it was a piece of art. Asterisk asterisk, here's another one for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how brutal was this attack? Let me know in the comments. Asterisk asterisk. Now, let's address what this means for WWE moving forward, because the implications are massive. For years, Brock Lesnar has been untouchable. He's been the final boss, the ultimate challenge, the measuring stick by which all other superstars are judged. You don't just attack Brock Lesnar and walk away like nothing happened. This isn't some mid-card wrestler they jumped. This is a former UFC heavyweight champion, a man who can legitimately hurt you in real life. So what possessed Reed and Breakker to make this move? Was it opportunity? Was it orchestrated by someone higher up the card? Was Triple H pulling strings backstage to create chaos? Or, and this is the theory that has me really intrigued, is Paul Heyman involved? Think about it. Heyman has been suspiciously quiet lately. We haven't seen him with Brock as much. He's been doing his own thing with the Bloodline saga. What if this is Heyman's way of creating a new set of Paul Heyman guys? The locker room must be in complete pandemonium right now, because if Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker can take out Brock Lesnar, then no one is safe. Seth Rollins, better watch your back. Cody Rhodes, you might want to hire some extra security. Gunther, even the ring general needs to be on high alert. This attack just reset the entire pecking order in WWE. And can we talk about the disrespect for just a moment? These two didn't just attack Brock, they humiliated him. They left him lying in a pile of broken tables and scattered food like he was some enhancement talent. Do you understand the level of disrespect that takes? That's not just confidence, that's arrogance. That's them saying the old guard needs to step aside because we're taking over. Asterisk asterisk. Question for the Wrestling Zone 1 family. Should Brock get his revenge in a handicap match, or should he pick a partner? Drop your answers below. Asterisk asterisk. But here's the thing that has me losing sleep. What happens when Brock comes back? Because you know he's coming back. The beast doesn't stay down. This man has been F5D off stages. He's been put through announce tables. he's been hit with steel chairs until they bent in half, and he always comes back with a vengeance. The question isn't if Brock retaliates, it's when and how devastating will it be? I'm predicting absolute carnage. We're talking about a level of destruction that WWE hasn't seen in years. Brock Lesnar is going to come back with a fury that will make his past rampages look like a casual stroll through the park. Remember when he destroyed the entire J&J security team? Remember when he obliterated Randy Orton at SummerSlam? Remember when he made the entire roster look like children during his Royal Rumble appearances? Multiply that by 1,000, and think about this from Reed and Breaker's perspective for a second. Sure, they got the jump on him now. They got their moment of glory. They got their viral clips and social media trending. But they also just painted the biggest targets on their backs in WWE history. Brock Lesnar is going to hunt them down like the predator he is. There's nowhere to hide. No safe space. No amount of security is going to protect them from the Beast Incarnate. ***, let me know in the comments who's walking out of this feud as the ultimate winner. I need to hear your predictions. ***, the psychology behind this attack is fascinating too. Bronson Reed has been trying to establish himself as a dominant monster in WWE. He's been impressive, sure, but he hasn't had that defining moment that puts him in the upper echelon. Attacking Brock Lesnar? That's his statement. That's his "I'm here and I'm not going anywhere" moment. And Bron Breakker? This kid has been impressive since day one, but he's always had the shadow of his family legacy looming over him. By taking out arguably the most legitimate tough guy in WWE history, he's proving he's not just riding on his family name. But strategy-wise, was this the right move? That's what we need to debate. On one hand, you've got instant credibility. Everyone's talking about Reed and Breakker right now. Social media is exploding. The WWE universe is divided. Some are calling them fearless warriors, others are calling them opportunistic cowards. But here's the harsh reality: they just woke up a sleeping giant, and that giant benches 500 pounds and has a track record of ending careers. What's Triple H thinking right now? Is he furious that his top attraction just got ambushed? Or is this exactly what he wanted? Triple H has been known to create chaos to boost ratings and create compelling television. And let's be honest, this is compelling television. Everyone's going to tune in to see what happens next. The anticipation is killing us. That's the genius of this moment, whether it was planned or spontaneous. ***, drop a comment telling me, was this attack genius or suicide? I genuinely want to know what you think. ***, and we haven't even discussed the physical damage yet. Medical personnel rushed to the scene immediately. Brock was reportedly holding his ribs, the same ribs that Bronson Reed's 330-pound frame came crashing down on. We're potentially looking at broken bones, internal injuries, who knows what else. This wasn't a worked punch or a safe wrestling move. This was brutal, unforgiving violence designed to injure. The WWE medical team reportedly had to help Brock to his feet. The Brock Lesnar needed help standing up. Let that sink in. This is a man who's been suplexed on his head hundreds of times and popped right back up. The fact that he needed assistance tells you everything you need to know about how devastating this attack truly was. Now, contractual and storyline-wise, this opens up so many possibilities. Does Brock demand a match at the next pay-per-view? Does he want both of them in a handicap situation? Does WWE management step in and suspend Reed and Breakker to protect them from Brock's inevitable rampage? Or do they let this play out naturally and give us the violence we're all craving? My prediction? We're heading toward either a massive triple threat match or a handicap match where Brock systematically destroys both of these guys to reassert his dominance. But there's also the possibility, the slim possibility, that WWE is ready to pass the torch to the next generation of monsters. Maybe, just maybe, this is the beginning of Brock's final chapter, and Reed and Breakker are being positioned as the new apex predators. ***, final question for you all: should WWE have Brock destroy these guys, or is it time for new monsters to take over? This is important. I need your honest opinions in the comments. ***, the wrestling world is buzzing right now. Twitter is on fire. Reddit is melting down with theories. Every wrestling news site has this as their headline. And rightfully so, because this is the kind of moment that defines eras. This is the kind of attack that gets referenced years from now when we talk about pivotal moments in WWE history. Love them or hate them, Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker just cemented themselves in WWE lore. Whether this was the smartest decision of their careers or the biggest mistake remains to be seen. But one thing is absolutely certain: Brock Lesnar is coming for revenge, and when he does, it's going to be absolutely devastating. Make sure you smash that like button, destroy that subscribe button like Brock's about to destroy Reed and Breaker, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates on this developing situation. Drop all your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments below. This is Wrestling Zone 1, and we'll see you in the next one.